The Voice as secret weapon takes down American Idol. The Voice and American Idol have returned for new seasons. The two shows are on competing networks. NBC airs The Voice, and ABC airs American Idol. Given that the shows compete against one another, their viewership is often compared. American Idol premiered its 23rd season, and The Voice is in its 27th season. Both shows had new cast members this season, which has created excitement for fans. However, even with both shows bringing in new blood, The Voice is drastically outperforming American Idol. Keep reading to find out more. The Voice beats out the competition for views. The Voice premiered on February 3rd and was viewed by 5,684,000 viewers. American Idol premiered on March 9th and 4,494,000 viewers tuned in. Early numbers suggested that adding Carrie Underwood to the judges panel on Idol would lead it to outperform The Voice this season. Underwood joined Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan on the judges panel to replace previous judge Katy Perry. Carrie may have sparked some initial interest in American Idol, but numbers so far suggest it will not outperform its competitor this season. Carrie Underwood on American Idol Vertical Bar YouTube. Carrie Underwood on American Idol Vertical Bar YouTube. The March 9th premiere episode of American Idol had 4,494,000 viewers. The Voice had 5,470,000 viewers tuned in the next day. The March 16th episode of American Idol had 4,510,000 viewers. Again, The Voice's episode on March 3rd only brought in 5,646,000 viewers. Even with the shake-up to the judges panel with country favorite Carrie Underwood, American Idol is consistently falling short against the competition. So why is The Voice performing so well this season? What is the show's secret weapon? ABC brings in a secret weapon. This year's singing competition shows have had cast shake-ups for their 2025 seasons. Carrie Underwood joined American Idol as a judge for season 23. The Voice saw Adam Levine return to his position as a coach after a 5-year hiatus. Fans are thrilled to see Levine return to the show, and the numbers prove it. The show consistently brings in close to 1 million more viewers each week. Carrie Underwood joining the Idol cast has not helped the show beat The Voice in ratings for the 2025 season. Adam Levine rejoined The Voice after a nearly 6-year hiatus. He is joined by coaches John Legend, Kelsea Ballerini, and Michael Bublé. Levine has previously coached the first 16 seasons from 2011 to 2019. During his time on the singing competition series, Adam won 3 times. Fans are loving having Adam back as a coach. They said, "Welcome home, Adam. Great judges this season. Adam's voice is just iconic. Love him. Didn't realize how much I missed Adam Levine. He is so talented, and his voice is so distinctive. Great to see him. Love Adam. He is such a great artist." What do you think of Adam Levine rejoining The Voice as the secret weapon to bring in higher ratings? Are you watching for Adam? Let us know in the comments. For over 2 decades, American Idol reigned as the king of televised singing competitions. It discovered legends, minted chart toppers, and helped define an era of pop culture. But now, quietly and stylishly, The Voice has slipped into the throne. The real shock. It didn't do it with higher ratings or headline-grabbing drama. It used a secret weapon that American Idol never saw coming. The evolution of a genre. When American Idol debuted in 2002, it was revolutionary. It gave everyday people a shot at stardom. Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, and Fantasia Barrino proved that you didn't need a record label to become a star, just talent, determination, and Simon Cowell's reluctant approval. But over the years, Idol began to lose steam. Critics claimed the format grew stale, the judges became predictable, and the winners rarely broke into the mainstream anymore. Then, in 2011, NBC dropped a wild card into the game, The Voice. It had a simple yet radical twist: blind auditions. Coaches, not judges, had their backs turned while contestants sang. The premise was brilliant and bold: judge the voice, not the look. No sob stories. No biases. Just talent. From the start, The Voice felt fresher, warmer, and strangely more honest. Star power with a soul. While American Idol leaned heavily on big personalities, Paula's eccentricities, Simon's cold precision, Randy's yo-dog charm, The Voice leaned into coaching. Each celebrity coach wasn't just a figurehead. They were mentors, strategists, cheerleaders. And this is where The Voice began to outshine its rival. The revolving roster of coaches, Blake Shelton, Kelly Clarkson, Adam Levine, John Legend, and more recently, Reba McEntire, added spice, unpredictability, and actual musical mentorship. American Idol judges gave criticism. The Voice coaches gave direction. Contestants weren't just critiqued, they were crafted. And audiences noticed. While Idol felt like a cold audition room, The Voice felt like a workshop filled with potential. The secret weapon. Storytelling with subtlety. Here's where The Voice truly pulled ahead. It never tried too hard to make a star. It focused on the artistry. Where American Idol often pitted contestants against one another in a gladiator-style gauntlet, complete with dramatic lighting, swelling orchestras, and nail-biting eliminations, The Voice offered something more intimate. The stories were still there, but The Voice didn't exploit them. It didn't press for tears or overproduce emotion. It allowed artists to speak for themselves through their voices, their progress, and their coaches' feedback. It's a masterclass in balance. Just enough backstory to connect, never too much to distract. This subtle storytelling became its secret weapon. Viewers weren't being sold a pre-packaged idol. They were watching a journey, a genuine transformation. This emotional integrity built a loyal audience. While Idol fans came for the drama, The Voice fans came for the evolution. The Blake Shelton factor. Every show has its icon, and The Voice had Blake Shelton. As the show's longest-serving coach, Shelton wasn't just country royalty, he was the heart of the show. His easy charm, sincere mentoring, and good-natured rivalry with Adam Levine made for TV magic. More importantly, he cared. And it showed. Shelton's retirement from The Voice in 2023 marked the end of an era, but by then, his legacy was firmly entrenched. He helped turn The Voice from a novelty into a cultural fixture. In many ways, he was the show's anchor, offering both consistency and soul. American Idol's struggle to adapt. Meanwhile, American Idol tried to reinvent itself. After a hiatus, it returned on ABC with a new panel, Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and Luke Bryan. While star-studded, the chemistry never quite clicked the way it had with the original trio. The show tried to be both modern and nostalgic, a difficult line to walk. At times, it felt like it didn't know what it wanted to be. And viewers noticed. Ratings plateaued, the buzz faded, and winners faded into the background. The golden days of Idol were in the rearview mirror, and despite efforts to modernize, the show felt more like a legacy act than a live one. A new kind of fame. Another key reason for The Voice's success? It understood that winning doesn't guarantee a career. Unlike Idol, which pushed a single winner toward an uncertain future, The Voice cultivated dozens of artists per season. It allowed many of them to gain exposure, build fan bases, and launch careers, even without taking the crown. In today's music landscape, you don't need to win a reality show to win at life. You need followers, streams, and authenticity. The Voice helped contestants find their lane and their audience. The verdict: is The Voice perfect? Of course not. Critics argue that few winners have achieved major commercial success. But that misses the point. The Voice isn't about crowning the next global pop icon. It's about shining a light on raw talent, nurturing it, and sharing it with the world. American Idol wanted to find the next superstar. The Voice wanted to find the artist within. And in today's world, where audiences crave authenticity over spectacle, that shift made all the difference. In the quiet war of singing shows, The Voice didn't shout.